That wasn't even just a this year type of thing. That was what our coaches instilled in us since I've been here since sophomore year. Just every day coming in, working, and even over this past summer, we're coming in with the football team, working out, getting better, doing what we can to win.
What was the biggest key to coming out defensively the way that you guys did against Northrop? I know Coach tweeted that you guys have a drill that you work on where you try to get 10 stops in a row, and you even did better than that on Saturday. So why were you guys so good defensively to start that game?
So we do a drill here called the champion drill. We play straight defense for 10 minutes straight. We try to get 10 stops in a row. And that's our goal when we come out and we play a team. We try to get a champion drill right away. And our defense, our best offense is derived from our good defense. So the better we play D, the more we can get out in the break and score.
How much confidence does beating some good teams in sectionals give you guys moving forward as now you get ready for regionals?
Confidence is good. Too much is bad. We always got to stay hungry, healthy, and humble. And so we're just going to come out and view our opponent as one day at a time, one step at a time, and do what we got to do to win. We're not going to change anything up. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing the whole season.
What is kind of the message from the coaching staff this week as you guys get ready for a regional that obviously it's been a few years since Snider's played in one?
Yeah, we're kind of bringing in the aspect of playing in a tournament and what it takes to go far in a tournament. So just the little things that matter, that keep you in tournament play, because once you lose, you're out.
Obviously, you guys saw Marion just a couple weeks ago, was it? You guys were able to win that game. What was the key to being able to do that? And I guess maybe what can you take from that game into the rematch on Saturday?
Yeah, so Marion game, one of Marion's key players, he went 0 for 16 from 3. That's not like him. That helped us. We were also out our starting point guard and our starting guard. And our other main player had 3 fouls early in the first half. So being down essentially 3 players and still pulling out the victory gives us the confidence that we need to play in a regional game against the same team, but with those 3 players back.
What is the biggest thing that coaching staff has emphasized and you guys have seen from watching film as far as things that you're going to have to do well again on Saturday to beat a Marion team that, like you said, their best player is probably not going to go over 16 again?
Right. It's staying true to our principles. Playing great D, going offense off of our D, and just staying true to our principles. Don't change up what works. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Finally, what would it mean if you guys were able to win a couple games on Saturday and bring home a regional championship here for Snider?
That'd be great. We didn't come just to win a sectional. We don't come just to win a regional. We want to go semi, we want to go state, but you got to take it one game at a time.
What are you guys doing well right now?
Right now, we're playing great for each other. So our defense, we play team defense. We're stunting, we're covering, we're playing for each other. And when we go out on offense, we know that if someone has a good shot but the next person has a better shot, we're making that next pass. So.
And what kind of mentality do you guys need to have going into Saturday's?
So on our scouting reports now, we got quotes from Kobe. We call it the mama mentality. So we're just kind of, modeling what we do kind of after his mentality, just being a dog, grinding.
Absolutely. What are you guys working on this week?
This week we started off on ourselves offensively. We're going to start working on defensively, and then tomorrow we'll start implicating potentially Marion's offensive sets and Carmel's, or who do they play? New Haven.
Yeah.
We'll start implementing what they do and try to critique and make a game plan to go against it.
And you'll be going up against Marion again, so they're going to be kind of looking for blood.
Yeah.
So what kind of mindset do you guys need to have going into that?
Same mindset we had going down there on their senior night. We're down 2 players. We still pulled out a victory. So as long as we stay true to what we do, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that was something we've wanted for a while. Talked about, haven't been able to put it together in the past. And, this year it was a close game. That made it even more special, coming out with another close game for the season and for something that important. It felt great. I know for all of us.
How much confidence does it give you guys moving forward that you had to beat a couple good teams in sectionals to obviously still be alive at this point?
Yeah, I think we feel really good coming into regionals, knowing, if we play the way that we should play, to our ability, we should be able to hang with anyone and beat anyone. So I think we've got all the confidence.
You guys came out in that Northrop game, and I think like 13, 14 stops in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, do you feel like that's the biggest key for this team moving forward into regionals?
Yeah, for us, we always say, defense. Our defense is our offense. Getting stops is going to lead to transition, which is our favorite way to score is in transition and not having to set up something in the half court, make it slow, speed up the game. Our defenses, we take the most pride in that out of anything, just because that's like our key to winning any game.
You guys obviously offensively didn't have any problem putting up points when you saw Marion a couple weeks ago. I think you had 86 or something like that. What was the biggest key to having success against them offensively, and what do you feel like you guys can take into the rematch?
They like to come out and be relentless on the ball, a lot of pressure, and I think just for us moving the ball, keeping it moving, not letting the ball sit in one place for them to come trap, just having good motion on offense is really, what got us going, open threes.
How much confidence, kind of going back to that part of it, does this group have, knowing that the first opponent in the regionals, you guys have seen them before and you beat them before at their place?
We have a lot of confidence coming to play them, especially we didn't have two of our starters coming into that game, but it's regionals, anybody can beat anybody, so we can't come in thinking it's an easy win. We have to still play as hard as we can.
What do you feel like the biggest key is to being able to win a regional, and what would that mean for this program to get that done on Saturday?
I think the biggest key is never getting lax. Like, you have to go on as hard as you can the entire time. There's no room for relaxing. You gotta come out on defense, especially for us. Just getting stops, that'll help you. If the other team's not scoring and you have time to score, you feel better about what position you're in, not having to put up a bunch of points.
You obviously a senior. There's several seniors on this roster. I guess how much of a maybe not a pressure, but a sense of urgency do you guys feel that to continue this run and try to do something special, as you already have, but continue to add the championship?
Yeah, for all of us, it'll be our last time playing high school basketball, whenever that'll be. So we don't want to end it earlier than it could be ended. So we all, especially the seniors, want to go as far as possible before ending our high school careers.
What is this team doing well right now?
I think we have all year, but what we're doing well right now, I think, coming together, we're a solid team. Moving the ball is something I think we do really well on. Knowing whose game it is, who's hot, getting them the ball, and especially like defense, just our communication on defense, and everyone knows their roles, knows their assignments. So I think just understanding how we should be playing the game.
What mentality will you guys need to have going into Saturday's game?
I think we have to come out aggressive, but not too aggressive, not too fast, but just coming at it as like with the mindset that we're gonna go as hard as we can in every aspect, and they're gonna have to keep up with us. We're not gonna have to keep up with them.
And also, they're going to be coming out for blood, especially since you guys beat them last time. So what is it that you guys need to do? What kind of mindset do you guys need to be in?
Yeah, I think coming to that game, they want that game bad, obviously, because that'll be their last game if they lose, our last game if we lose. We've beat them before, so I think that'd be even bigger for them, because they want to beat us. Any team that beats you, you want to beat them back. So I think we just have to, come out not thinking about that, not like letting that get in our head. Just know we beat them, we can do it again. We just don't try to change our game because they're trying to change their game.
And just lastly here, what is it that you guys are working on in practice today?
Today I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, but this week we're just working on small things, especially like things that have to do with what teams are playing. So like for Marion, learning their defense, what they like to do on defense, what they like to do on offense, and they're just learning how to go against that.
I mean, it was just a special moment to be able to have that feeling that it paid off. I mean, it was just, the guys really have worked hard for this. A lot of them are seniors, have worked hard for 4 years, but especially at the conclusion of last season to now, we really wanted to make sure they could leave that legacy because they deserve it. They're good kids and they're hard workers, and you tell them that it'll pay off if you focus on the process and get a little bit better, that it's going to pay off into good things, and to have them rewarded for that was special.
How have you kind of seen this group grow throughout the year, and how did you kind of see it culminate on Saturday, particularly on the defensive end with the way you guys started in that game?
Well, I think just resilient, whether it's chemistry or personnel, just trusting each other, different guys stepping up in different moments at all times. I mean, the whole year, whether it's hitting big shots or getting big stops or whatever it is, guys are ready for that opportunity and are chomping at the bit to prove their worth and to help the team win. So I think that's kind of what's resonated with these guys, is they enjoy each other, they love each other, they want to work for each other, and they're ready to help contribute to the team.
You mentioned defensively. I saw the tweet that you made, Isaac, was telling us about the champions drill that you guys do.
Yeah.
Obviously, you implemented that in the game on Saturday. Is that the biggest key you feel like to try to take that kind of defensive intensity into regionals with you guys, and what's the biggest key to being able to do that?
Yeah, no question. Just because our offense relies so much on our defense as well. I mean, I wasn't really reflective of that on Saturday because we got 15 stops in a row, but didn't really build a big lead. But we had the opportunity to separate ourselves just enough, and that absolutely that's critical on Saturday as well. Marion is kind of a fast-paced flow type of team. So if we can slow them down, keep them in transition, limit them to one shot. Then I like our chances. I think they'll have a hard time guarding us consistently if we can get out in the open court and base it from our defense.
Yeah, offensively, you guys were without 2 starters when you played them, and you still put up over 80 points when you saw them. What's the biggest thing you feel like you guys can take offensively into the rematch and continue to have success with?
Well, the positive was we moved the ball really well. We shot the ball exceptional. We shot 42% from 3, and Isaac Farnsworth had 25 points in that game, and we just moved the ball against their pressure really, really well. So we want to make sure that stays. Obviously, against Northrop's pressure, in the fourth quarter, and the sectional championship, we didn't move the ball that well, and we didn't attack that well. So it's been a point of emphasis this week. We want to make sure that we attack and have that attack mentality, at all phases of the game, even if the other team, starts to try to be the aggressor.
Obviously, in a regional, every team's going to be motivated, but maybe they have a little bit of extra motivation, given that you guys beat them on their senior night a couple of weeks ago. With that said, what kind of mentality, what kind of edge do you feel like you guys have to go into Saturday morning with?
Well, I think you said it right, and they always play hard, and that's a reflection of Coach Blackman. They're always going to be the aggressor. They're always going to play as hard as they can, and we play hard too, and that's why it's going to be a good battle and a fun matchup. What we can't do is allow that energy and that aggression to keep us from playing our game, and we want to make sure that we don't give up live ball turnovers, and at the same time that we're the more aggressive, more physical team.
Overall, what would it mean if you guys are able to get a couple of wins on Saturday? What would it mean to bring home a regional championship?
That would be neat as well, and to be able to have that feeling, I think, would be awesome. But right now we're focused on a little more on what it would take, and we feel like we're right there. Whether it's Marion, New Haven, Carmel, these games, we want to approach as if we're supposed to win. We always practice like we've never won and play like we've never lost. So we kind of have that type of mantra, and we'll see what happens.
What does this team do well, and what are you guys focusing on in practice this week?
Well, I think that we're really versatile. We've got 5 guys that can shoot, drive, and move, at all times. So I think that we can pose some mismatch problems in a lot of ways, especially against teams that play us in man-to-man. So we've got to work a little bit against zone offense. We've got to work a little bit against press offense, or with our press offense, and we've been doing that. And ultimately, I think the best way to make teams better is to make the players on the teams better. So we do a lot of skill work still. We do a lot of decision-making, a lot of breakdowns, and we get a lot of shots up as well.
And you guys already went against Marion once before, came out the victor. What is it that you guys learned from that match that you can apply to Saturdays?
Well, we won by 5, and their best player shot 0 for 16 from 3. So, he's not likely to do that again. So we're going to have to make sure that we guard with the same type of intensity, but at the same time come out and guard it with a little more of a team defense, a little more collective defense to keep them not only out of transition, but off the free throw line as well. And they've got a nice shooter that had 20 against us as well. So they've got two primary scorers and good role players as well. So we want to make sure that we get back in transition, contain the ball, keep them off the line, keep them off the boards.
You mentioned J.K. Thomas not having the best night when you guys saw him the first time, and obviously you don't expect him to do that again. What is the biggest challenge with guarding him, and I guess team defense-wise, what are you guys emphasizing this week with him?
Well, what we can do is we can bring more help, than what we did the first time, because we allowed him to split gaps and get to the free throw line a lot more. If we can keep him in front and keep him at the three-point line taking tough shots, then we feel like that's a win. But, at the same time, Harrison felt like that was a win too, and he just hit tough shots, and he's a tough shot maker. And so we're going to try to challenge him as much as we can and hope he doesn't go off. But if he does, he's got that type of ability to change the game.